Women did not have it easy in the early 80s and early 90s. There was a dissimilarities in the treatment of women and men. Women were legally dead in the mind, eyes, and heart of government. They were taught to depend on men to take control of everything. They were known as being the housewife and nothing more. Cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children was all they're capable of doing. Women declared that the government had the responsibility to protect the rights of all citizens, socially, politically, and economically.
My
Therefore,
bacon ready
women
yet?
should have the
20
rights to
past
vote.
8. Some more toast, Teen. Hey, Teen, why don't you get cracking on a thorough fall house cleaning campaign around here? Get the floors waxed, get the windows washed, get this place looking as if civilized people are in residence, Gee, that's a little light, isn't it?
Sorry, I hurried it.
Sweetie, have a little more damson plum preserves, please.
The suffragettes participated in large organized marches in cities such as New York and Washington, D.C., drawing lots of attention to the women's rights movement. On March 3, 1913, over 5,000 women marched on Pennsylvania Avenue, demanding their right to vote. This event brought women from around the country to Washington to show that they were determined to take the ballot. One day before President Wilson's inauguration, the suffragists had organized a parade. Over 8,000 marchers, 9 bands, 4 mountain bridges, 20 floats, and a metaphorical performance. Even though it did not end well, marchers were pushed, teased, tripped, and mugged by many in the crowd. Within all these movements and many others, women activists were still denied their
Now, we
rights
fought
to
the
vote.
public accommodations fight 10 years ago with the blacks. Are we going to have to start all over again with women?
How about, would you like a sign up there that said blacks only or whites only?
It's the same principle, sir. Women are persons. Women are people.
Persons, and we want to be able to come and go through it, and we don't want to be intimidated by signs that say men's buffet.
I have no intentions of taking the sign down or changing the sign. If you can get a court order to take it down, fine.
You have no intention of
No.
changing your policy of
No.
segregated facilities. Is that correct,
If
sir?
you women are that hard up for a glass of beer, I'll be glad to serve you at the bar.
The day will come when men will recognize woman as his peer, not only at the far side, but in council of the nation. Quoted by Susan B. Anthony. Although they were refused their rights of responsibilities, they were still treated as second-class citizens, told to cook and clean. Many of the men say that women's political argument were them worrying about personal issues and being so selfish. Women argue that the tradition of women as followers and men as leaders, women naturally better with children and men better at establishing, women should type and men should be debating about government issue, we're denying women as not being equal and not having the freedom to choose or speak for themselves.
In 1970, America was still very much a man's world. More women than ever were joining the workforce, but at the same time, they were still expected to be the traditional housewives and mothers of a generation earlier. In some states, women could not obtain credit cards or mortgages without a male cosigner, and nationally, they were paid an average of 59 cents for every dollar a man earned. In short, American women were still second-class citizens.
It took the National Woman Suffrage Association over 100 years to win that right. The fight was not easy. Even though women were not included in the 15th Amendment, women were determined to be involved in the economy. That's when they was granted the 19th Amendment on August 18, 1920. Without the hard work of the suffragettes, the world as mankind know it wouldn't have been what it is today. Now, women can socially, politically, and economically and be involved in society without any problems. Women are now free to speak, do, and work in places wherever they please.